It is Thursday, October 8th, 2020, and this is an update on the Three Gorges Dam and current events in China. We have 4 pieces of information to cover today, including a look at the live stream and the water level at the dam. Also, courtesy of WION, ahead of Taiwan's National Day, China asks Indian media to follow One China policy. Next, courtesy of Axios, exclusive, top German official hushed up on report on China's influence. We also have some new tweets. Let's hop into it. And a brief caveat before today's video. While researching for these reports, I come across information from various sources. Just because I decide to include a piece of information doesn't necessarily mean that I agree with it. I like to let you decide for yourself. Moving on. And first, let's check in on the live stream from the dam. And the spillway angle camera is still up and running today. Now checking in on the side angle camera, we can see that it remains deactivated. And now let's have a look at the water level at the dam. The current water level is 171.66 meters. The current inflow is not noted, and the current outflow is listed at 23,600 cubic meters per second. It is worth noting that these numbers are released by the CCP. And something to keep in mind is that the CCP keeps the water level at the dam much higher during the non-rainy season. I don't know exactly when this process starts though. Over the past 24 hours, the water level at the dam continues to rise. Just 24 hours ago it was 171.46 meters, and it currently sits over 171.65 meters. Upstream at Kuntan, the water level is also on the rise. Just 24 hours ago it was 175.3 meters and currently sits at 176.2 meters. And I also found these tweets of alleged Google Earth photos of the dam taken recently. I'll include them with the conversation at the end of today's video. And this comes courtesy of WION News. Ahead of Taiwan's National Day, China asks Indian media to follow One China policy. In a letter to the Indian media, the Chinese mission said, "We would like to remind our media friends that there is only one China in the world, and the government of the People's Republic of China is the sole legitimate government representing the whole of China." Further explaining, Taiwan is an inalienable part of China's territory. All countries that have diplomatic relations with China should firmly honor their commitment to the One China policy, which is also the long-standing official position of the Indian government. The letter came hours after leading national newspapers in India carried full-page advertisements on WION running a program on Taiwanese National Day. The program will go on air Wednesday at 7 p.m. and Thursday at 5:30 p.m. The letter by the Chinese mission also hoped the Indian media can stick to the Indian government's position on the Taiwan question and not violate the One China principle. The letter goes on to ask the Indian media not to refer to Taiwan as a country, or the Republic of China, or Taiwan's president, Tsai Ing-wen, as president, as it sends wrong signals to the general public. October 10th marks the start of the Wuchang Uprising, leading to the end of China's Qing dynasty and establishment of the Republic of China. This day is marked in Taiwan, and this year will be celebrated amid tensions between China and Taiwan. Thank you for watching this video. If you're finding it informative, please consider giving the channel a subscribe. And this is courtesy of Axios. Top German official hushed-up report on China's influence. A high-ranking German official suppressed a sensitive intelligence report in 2018 on China's growing influence in Germany out of fear it would damage business ties with China, Axios has learned. Business interests have long shaped Germany's relationship with China to the detriment of human rights concerns and even national security. The highly sensitive report, completed in 2018, examined the Chinese government's attempts to influence every level of German government, society, and business, according to two former U.S. intelligence officials. It cast a particularly harsh light on the intimate ties between German business and the Chinese government. But before it could be widely disseminated within the German government, as had been intended, a high-ranking official intervened. German Chancellor Angela Merkel saw the report, but few others did, said one official. As a matter of principle, the German government does not comment on matters concerning intelligence findings or activities of the intelligence services, a federal government spokesperson told Axios. The Federal Intelligence Service, Germany's foreign intelligence agency, did not respond to a request for a comment. German policy toward China has traditionally been driven by economic factors. Germany depends on exports to a high degree, and that gives businesses a large influence. Business representatives talk to the government and are used to being listened to, said Volker Stanzel, a former German ambassador to China, in an interview with Axios. The CCP succeeded in globalizing its economy because it was able to join itself to foreign business interests, said Stanzel. Those business interests have tended to discourage their home governments from policies seen as harmful to economic ties with China. But Beijing has increasingly fused trade with politics, threatening punitive economic measures against companies and governments that criticize China's human rights record, deny market access to Chinese companies like Huawei, or express support for Taiwan. German business interests, as well as the country's top economics official, Peter Altmaier, have thus tended to downplay China's growing human rights violations and security challenges. This results in a lot of censorship in Germany with regard to China, said Noah Barkin, an expert on Europe-China relations at the Rhodium Group. Merkel's approach has been to criticize China behind closed doors rather than in public. And our last piece of information is a series of interesting tweets. And I think that's a good place to wrap up today's video. I hope that you found it informative, and check back soon for more content.